And we're back. Just give it a second for everybody to come back in. Excuse me. So that was a pretty crazy match last one. Last match was a pretty crazy match, I think is what I'm trying to say. I'm not too sure. Whew. And thank you all so much for the positive responses. I think I got like 6 or 7 people who said they wanted to play me, which, holy crap, that is a lot of people. It really is pretty entertaining. So I'll wait a few minutes for everybody to come back. Decided to wolf down a hamburger as quickly as humanly possible. And got some fries in me too, so we should be good on food for a while. Got myself Coca-Cola right here. I haven't drank water in like 3 or 4 days, so this is probably absolutely destroying my kidneys right now, but hey, who needs kidneys, am I right, guys? Delicious. Tastes like kidney stones, which tastes like sunshine, I hear. So, here we are. I'm just sort of stalling a little bit, waiting for some people to come in so I can let everybody know what's going on. Looks like we have our first person. Kind of curious to see who it is. And it's Alexander. Hey! Thank you for stopping by, Alexander. So, let's see what to do while we're waiting for people. I guess I could go into what I've been doing for My Little Pony, since it looks like My Little Pony is the other game that's going to be played today. So I really only had a chance to put in 2 decks. This is really old, as you can probably tell by the date. That's 3 years ago. Good times. Good times 3 years ago, man. Oh, I can't even believe. But anyways, so the decks I got put in are All Hail the Queen, which is spelled wrong. Gosh darn it. It says Al Hail the Queen. I don't know. I mean, if you're a dude named Al and that's what you're into, then I'm not going to judge you, but still. Extended display. Let's take a quick look at what's going on here. So, All Hail the Queen is my main deck, or at least it's my favorite deck. You guys have probably already seen the video on it, but I'll go over it really quickly just in case somebody hasn't. Where should we start? So the main we're going to use is Queen Chrysalis. This is my favorite main in the game. You can pay 3 to take control of one of your opponent's friends and flip this over, and then you just get to have it. It's just your friend until it's discarded or something. And the cool thing about this is if you time it right, that's a really powerful effect, because you're essentially taking power off of your opponent's side of the board and putting it on your side of the board, which is worth almost double. So, for example, if your opponent has like a 4 power friend in play and you pay 3, not only do you gain 4 power, but your opponent loses 4 power, which is nice. Then we get up here. Pretty much the entire deck is just about taking friends from our opponent, which is just the funnest. Risky Business is probably the best card for this, and you'll notice that I do say Risky Business a lot. And it may or may not have something to do with this card. So this card's a lot of fun. What you do is you search through your opponent's deck for a friend, and you put it to the side, and then your opponent tries to guess which friend you took. If your opponent guesses it right, then they get to play it for free. But if they didn't guess it right, then you get to play it for free. And considering most decks have at least 5 different kinds of friends, it's pretty much tipped in your favor most of the time. I mean, like 10% of the time your opponent is going to guess it right, but it's not going to happen too often, especially if you make it so that you're not just completely and totally easy to guess. Hello, Mr. B. Welcome back. Rarity Truly Outrageous. Still love this card after all this time. It's a great card. It's like one of the old, like really broken cards from base set, but I think it still has some playability now. People say it's too slow. I disagree with them. Excuse me. If you're one of the newer young bucks and you don't know what this does, when you confront this card's problem, you can move this home to score points equal to the card's bonus. Sorry about that, guys. I have something stuck in my throat. But anyways, it's good times. Pony Charm, again, play on a friend. You control that friend. Just take in more friends. And look at those eyes, man. That is some scary stuff. I would not want to mess with that. And then finally, we have Method Mares up here, Convincing Act, where it's 2, and you can sacrifice it and pay 2 action tokens to gain control of a card. So it's pretty much 4 to gain control of a card, and that's it. Although, alternatively, you can just pay 2 to have it be a 2-power friend. I put this deck online and called it Cultural Appropriation. You actually did it. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's a good one, Alex. I really like that. I remember saying that in the video, and I was like, I wanted to call the deck a Cultural Appropriation, but I didn't know if anybody would find that offensive. And then somebody actually did put it on here under the name Cultural Appropriation. I love it. That's good. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty much just about controlling the field, and then our win condition is right here. Photo finish, say kase. I don't actually know how this is said. I don't watch the show, guys. I don't know anything about the show. I don't even know who this is. I just try really hard to say the weird names that are here. Like, where are you? There's this car named like Floor Delay or something, and it's ridiculous. And anyways, this is our win condition. At the end of each of your opponent's turns, if no problems were confronted, I score a point. So if I get like 3 of these in play and I'm just scoring like 3 points a turn, then that's it. It just control my opponent's field so that they're not gaining any points, and then just sort of win through this effect. It is quite the meme. Use a size for basic control. Lady Justice to meet those 3 color requirements we need for cover to cover. And this is pretty nice too. -1 power during face-offs. This includes Troublemaker face-offs, and that's one of the reasons it's so good. Cracking the Case, banish Troublemaker. Just basic get Troublemakers out of my face in case they're bothering me. But we also have this, which turns one of my Troublemakers into an Epic, so it gets rid of the other Troublemaker if there's a Troublemaker bothering me. And it gets +3 power, which is nice. The Troublemakers we're running for this deck are Pinkie Pie Grump, which has the potential to be just absolutely obnoxious. Every time a player draws a card, he gets +1 power counter. So if I just draw a bunch of cards, I can just make this really powerful, and my opponent can't do anything about it unless they have a card to get around it, like my Cracking the Case. Epic Win is another one that gets rid of it too. Yellow Parasprite from base set. This card is still annoying to this day. At the start of your opponent's Troublemaker phase, they discard a random card. Again, like I said before, many times, if this was just your opponent discards a card, this card wouldn't be that good. They discard a random card, which your opponent never knows what they're going to end up discarding, and that makes it really scary to play around. Whew. I know I say this like every time, guys, but it is really hot in here. Like, it is ridiculously hot today. I think it's like 102 or something. Just don't come to California, I think is what I'm trying to say. California sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck. It's pretty nice, but still. So I got 9 people watching right now. I think this is about a good time to get started. So I'm going to go over a list, and as soon as you hear your name, just let me know that you're ready. There are 2 ways that we choose who to play against next. The 2 sort of like filters, I guess you could say. First thing we're going to use is people who haven't played on the stream, or at least that I don't remember playing on the stream. And right now, since I have some people who just play me over and over again, like, I kind of have a really good idea of who my main players are. So we're going to focus on people who haven't really played on the stream, or at least that I don't remember playing on the stream. And then secondly, we're also going to go based on game that you want to play. So if there's a game that you want to play that hasn't been played yet, or if it's been played the least, then I'm going to give some priority to yours as well, so that we get as much variety on the show as possible. The first one I'm going to take is the He Void. If the He Void is here, then we may go. You were very polite, and I don't think I've played against you on stream yet, so the He Void is who we will wait for a few minutes. And if he doesn't show up, then I'll move down the list. And then the He Void will just go to the top of the list when he comes back, I suppose. So while we're looking through, I have purple in the deck. The purple doesn't matter at all. Purple is literally just here because the deck is very, very intensive on action points. If the deck runs into something like a yellow deck or a blue deck that controls action points, the deck has a lot of problems trying to play. So what we have to fix that is a complete, just max amount of points put into our action point gain. So we've got Princess Twilight Sparkle cover to cover. This is probably the best action point generating pony in the game right now. And then we have Ultima Organizer, a lot slower than its cover-to-cover counterpart, probably because it's so freaking old, but it also has a 2-power booty that we can put on something, and we have that we have that action point generation. We have 6 cards in our deck that generate just a massive amount of action points every turn. So that lets us get away with like crazier plays, plus if we decide that we don't really need the action points, we have ways to spend them. First one here is Sweetie Belle Stitch by Stitch. We can pay 1 to give it Showy 3. If you don't know what Showy 3 does, it means if my opponent tries to move a card to Sweetie Belle's problem, then they have to pay 3 action points to do it. If they can't, then the move isn't completed. So it pretty much costs them 5 to move to a problem, which is, 5 is really, really, it's really heavy, and it's just not good. I was seriously considering taking out Tangled Koi Fur and putting in Stand Still. I might still do that. I haven't quite decided yet. I need to play around with the deck a little more. I just really like Tangled Koi Fur. If you pull it off, you can make one person essentially worthless, which is just delicious. Okay, it is so good when you can pull this off on somebody. What else? Not really anything else all that interesting going on. I mean, we've got Uza-sized, but that's just a really good dismissal card. You pay 1, you put it on an opponent's friend, and they have to pay 1 action token every single turn to keep that friend alive, and if they don't, then it dies. Great card. Should boost it up to 3. Don't know why I hadn't. What else haven't we looked at, really? Just 3 Banish a Friends. Why wouldn't you? Problem decks are pointless. It doesn't matter. I mean, don't get me wrong, problem decks are nice, and you can do some interesting stuff with them, but honestly, like, problem decks are sort of like the least important part of any deck. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything from the He Void. I guess we will move him up the list. Mr. B, are you ready to play some MLP? I won't be using this deck if we play. We'll give MLP a little bit. I mean, oh my gosh, we'll give Mr. B a little bit to reply to MLP. Deck I'll be using if I play is Tickets Please, which the entire idea for this deck came out of one thing, and I will show you guys that one thing right now. My hatred for a card that I will show you. Rainbow Dash on Even Ground. In my opinion, this is one of the most unhealthy cards in the entire game. So for those of you that don't know much about MLP, let me explain how the metagame for MLP sort of works. Alright, and I know some people are going to get ready to show me up on this, but as far as I know, like the duels that I've played, the metagame works like this. You save up your points, and you end up saving like 6, 7, 8 points at a time, and then you make big explosive plays all at once when you think you can accomplish something. You don't normally play a few cards, or like play 1 card and then end, play 1 card and then end, because normally that just sort of gives away your plans, or makes it easier for your opponent to counter you, because, you know, then you've already committed to something. Normally you just kind of keep your field steady where it is, and after a while you just make a big explosive play when you can actually accomplish something. Unless you need to control something on the board, then that's not normally what happens. So, if you play this way, which is, let's be honest, the correct way, and then you play Rainbow Dash on Even Grounds, what happens is, let's say you and your opponent have gained 10 action points each. Okay? You play Rainbow Dash on Even Grounds, and you spend your 10 action points that you gained. At the beginning of your opponent's turn, your opponent loses their 10 action points, and then they get their action points for the turn, which is like most likely going to be 3 or 4. So you got your 10 from saving up, and your opponent didn't get anything from their saving up. So whatever your opponent's explosive play was, they lost it, and now they're not going to get any more explosive plays for the rest of the game. And if you build a deck around it like I have, then this absolutely doesn't hinder this deck at all, but it makes it nearly impossible for like most control decks to play the game. And it's really sad. It's really unhealthy. Like, to beat this deck, you really have to be a super aggressive player, and it's just not good. Not ready. I need to eat dinner. Okay, moving right down on the list. Chupil, are you here, Chupil? I didn't recognize your name, so I decided to take you next. So it's a card that's good because of the meta. I like it, actually. No. I would argue that it's not because of the meta. Like, it's not necessarily a card that has anything to do with the meta. It's essentially something that has to do with like the rules of the game, like how the game is played. Like, honestly, saving up action points and making big plays isn't like it's not like a meta intensive thing. Like, it's not like there's a certain meta where doing it is good and a certain meta where doing it is bad, or like certain decks benefit from it more than others. It's just like, to be a good player, you have to learn how to time your moves, and like there are some turns where you have to pass and not do anything, and that's just how it goes. But and that's sort of like the mark of being a good player. Like, when you get to the point where you can make these big explosive plays that give you stuff, that's sort of like your reward for playing the game well. And that, like, Rainbow Dash Awning the Ground takes that away, because if you try to play that way, the way that the game is meant to be played, then Rainbow Dash Uneven Ground punishes you for it. So you have to play the game like a complete newbie to actually get around this card, and I don't really like it. It makes the game really unfun. So I decided if I was going to complain about it so much, I might as well just build a deck around it. Like, if you really hate something, if you truly, honestly hate something in any kind of game setting, then play it. Because obviously, if you hate it and you don't want to play against it, then it can be good against other people. So I did. Sadly, I'm in another game. Okay, let's go. Let's go right down the list. How long are these games usually? I'd say they're roughly the same amount of time as a Weiss game, roughly. And that card disrupts that. Same with your random discard from the previous deck. XD, difference in opinion, I guess. Yeah, very difference in opinion. Personally, like, in my opinion, I think when you like truly learn the like how a game is supposed to be played, then you should be rewarded with that by, like, it's sort of like a skill cap, right? If you truly know how to play a game, then you should be rewarded for like the time you put into learning how to play the game with, you know, being able to play at a higher level. And this stops people from playing at a higher level and brings everybody sort of down to a really low level, and there are some decks that legitimately cannot do anything about this, and I just don't like it. Like, it pretty much cuts out half of the viable decks and makes it so that if you want to play around this, like, you absolutely have to tech in for it, or like, you have to already be playing a deck that's already going to be good against this kind of thing. But yeah, like you said before, it's just a difference in opinion. I just don't really like it. Well, actually, Alex, you were next up on my list, so, Alex, you're up, buddy. I got to do something first, that's why I'm gonna go second. Oh, you guys are totally killing my list. Okay. Smarusify, are you here? If Smarusify is in the game, then Smarusify is up next. Sweet. Alrighty, so Smarusify is up next. Let me just get on to my other list. Let's go here, here. Okay, so we've already gotten a Dragon Tales game under our belt. What do you guys think we should play next? I'm gonna lay back for a second. If there's a deck you guys would like to see, then we can go into it. If not, then I'll just kind of pick something at random. Oh, back up. Sugar Rush. Sugar Rush is a Nisekoi deck. It's based around a character that I don't know. It's honestly, I don't know anything about Nisekoi, but it is a Nisekoi deck. Characters with brown hair. They look kind of cute actually. They're I think the left part of their hair is cut shorter than the right part of their hair. It's pretty fun. Could I play Vanguard? I sure could, but I don't have any duelists in the room right now, I don't think. My decks are also pretty old, so it could be interesting. We'd have to see if an old deck can beat a new deck. Okay, so it looks like I've got some interest in Sugar Rush, and your fate is sealed. Let's go with... Mr. B, I let you choose the other one. So I guess since somebody asked about Sugar Rush, we'll just play Sugar Rush. Sounds fun. We got this, boys. Smarusify, that name looks familiar. Oh, it's another Log Horizon deck. That's interesting. Like, I don't think I'd really seen any Log Horizon decks, and now I've played against two of them in one day. Huh. Just interesting. Really makes you think, doesn't it? So, shuffling a few times. Go, dice roll, give me a 6. Ha! Got 'em, boys. Okay, looks like we're gonna get first. I cannot type for the life of me. And let's draw. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whoa. Our hand's pretty stacked, boys. Let's get rid of 2. Kudo, if you're in the game, could you lower your deck list page? Oh, whoops, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. Good stuff. Good stuff. What? Oh snap, why did my thing move? Oh, that's weird. One sec. Gonna adjust this a little bit. Oh gosh darn it. Sorry about this, guys. Give me just a moment. Oh, is it because Oh, I think I understand. Okay. I think I get it. I think I do, anyways. No, it still didn't work. Huh. Alrighty. Well, I guess I'll just leave it there for now. Yep, the Haru Onodera. Yep. Hello, Malachi McKenzie. I don't actually think I know who you are. All right. Ooh, are we using a deck with Nyata? Nice. Oh, okay, cool. Just need to see if this person's listening on the stream or not. Well, guess I'll start playing while they're typing back. Wow. Honestly, this isn't too bad. I could get used to this kind of treatment. Now let's see. What do we want to attack with first? Okay, good stuff. That makes things a little bit easier. Search. Glasses card. That sounds like the perfect card to put out first. Nah. To the side, just in case they have 2 assists. And direct. Direct for 2. Okay, so there's not anything really that special about this deck. It's mainly just a sweets deck. One thing that's kind of neat about it is this Haru Pajama Party here, which is kind of the reason that I'm doing it in the first place. It's got the same effect as like Yosuke from the Junes decks, where when you play it, you flip over the top 3 cards of your deck, and for every sweets character you get an effect. And the cool thing about it is if you have all 3 sweets characters, then it gets all 3 of the effects. So first it gets plus 3,000 power if you have 1. If you have 2, then you can heal 1. And then if you have 3, then when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you can put that character in the clock. It's pretty sweet. Pun totally intended. Oh, I don't know who this is. Oh, never mind. Yes, I do. It's the Suicider. Let's see what you've got. So there's 1. Are we just going to be playing around this, or are you just using it for the 500 assist, I wonder? Oh, you have the Suicider too. Nice. I mean, they're going to kill each other anyway. Kind of weird that... I don't think I would have played this quite yet. You're not getting the plus 500 because it only gives the plus 500 for characters with a Rundle House in their name. So since these aren't getting the effect yet, I would have waited till next turn so I could pull off the effect. But that's just me. Alright, so what have we got? We're going to have dead character here, direct attack here, unless there's a third character they can play. In hindsight, I might have just wanted to play this card, but that's okay. And this is still good. It's just I wasn't expecting the Suicider play. So the Suicider comes in, kills this, all good. And then we've got this and this. So we should be okay next turn. It's not that big of a deal. They're going to go down to 1 with 2 characters on stage. If I can just reverse this, this, Sarara goes, okay. Okay, so I'm not going to get the reverse here. I'm going to have a Suicider deal to deal with, and that's kind of bad, but I think we'll make it through. Oh, well that's fancy. Looks like he got a pretty good opening hand too. 1, 2. Oh, sorry. Right click to rest. There we go. I forgot. First time. Oops. Yep. Let's see the top card of your deck. Nice. For 2. Wait for the thing out of etiquette. It's going to be 2 arches. I don't think I've seen him throw away any climaxes though, so a little unfortunate. 1 and 2. Ah, one of my pendants. Gosh darn it. Didn't really want to see that. That's okay. Maybe I'll just luck out and get pushed to level 1 this turn. I mean, that'd be a little unfortunate because of what a good level 0 setup I have, but it would give me an out to this Suicider right here, which would be kind of nice. Kind of wish there was a climax that gave your characters +1 level. That'd be sick. 5. Okay. So this one's pretty much going to decide our next turn's play. If we're going to go into level 1s, then probably going to be a little more conservative. Probably going to use this to search for our level 1 play. Go into that. And everything should be pretty fine. Probably go into this. Go this in the back. 1, 2. Actually, probably just save this just in case I get some pendants. Dark for 2. Oh boy, here we go. 1 and... So we're going to level 1 play. Okay, I can deal with this. What am I going to clock next turn? Probably that green, so let's go blue. I have my runner here, so I can just go into this. And bingo bango bongo. This is also a very dead character. Alright. Pretty good turn for our opponent's Marusify here. It's going to be up 3 stock. Yeah, probably going to level up next turn because I've got this. And then that should put us pretty even. Because if I have to play 3 cards from my hand, we're going to be even in hand, so neither of us has a hand advantage, really. We'll get rid of this. Draw 2. Nice. That's actually really good for us. That's not necessarily really good for us. But I've got enough attackers right now that I might not even need to do this. Yeah, I might be able to just save this altogether. I meant this, sorry. I'm sort of thinking. But what do we need for a wipe? Because we do kind of want that wipe. 3,000, that's a Suicider. So maybe we do... Because the thing is, I want to deal with that Suicider, but I also kind of want a field wipe this turn. And I don't know if I have enough to do that. Let's go here. You know, I wasn't thinking about it, but 2,000, 3,000, if I'm going to play this anyway, then that's going to go up to 3,500. So actually we'll do this. I don't know why I moved it over. That was actually really stupid of me now I think about it. I should have gone into this. That's okay. And then, nah. For the head tilt, baby. Oh yeah. Okay, we're going to do this for realsies. And required your stock is 4 or more, we're not going to get that effect, but it also has character discard encore, which is nice. Plus 1,000, plus 1 salt. And we're going to frontal here. for 3. Looks like we're gonna get the white, baby. Oh yeah, I'm excited. Ah, but the cancel though. The cancel. I'm actually not too worried about the cancels right now. Like, even if they cancel all 3 of these attacks, not gonna level up next turn, and I don't think this hand is full of zeros. Until 35 for 2. Come on, dude. Now I actually kind of want to see the cancels, so just give them to me. Ah, gosh darn it. Okay, well, if this next one gets canceled, he'll be starved at level 0, and I don't know if there's much he can do about it. Okay. Not a huge deal. Hold up. Oh, right, yeah. Drag a card. The cards on top of it get dragged too. Oh, I remember the first time I discovered that. Good times. I guess I should be trying to tell this person more stuff, but I keep not expecting it. Plus, they seem to be doing pretty fine. So like I said before, right now we're pretty stacked. Like, I'm not feeling too bad about this. We haven't really seen any of the other climax, what's it called? Contract completed. But we might actually have this set up. And we've still got 3 or 4 turns to go, so everything's good. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with how things are going right now. I would say that I probably have a very slight advantage, because I have a full field. Let's see. I've got 7 active cards. My opponent has about 5 active cards. Going to go up to 6 active cards when he clocks to draw 2. Then we'll be tied in clock. Still be a bit below me, and we don't really know what his level 1 play looks like right now. I think the real question is, what is he running? Kill yourself encore. Number of cards in your hand is 4 more. It's getting plus 1500 power. Ooh, that's a risky card. I don't know if I would play this. Got a couple of those full control encounters. I wonder if they're running these for the brainstorm or what. Oh, Jesus. Hello. You're a suicider. Hello. You're also a suicider. Wow. This is interesting. Got a 3rd card to play here? Huh? No? Maybe? Maybe? Huh? Do one of those Shiroes want to come up and play with me? There it is. We got the 3 attackers, boys. 1 card in hands, but by God, do we have a full row. Now, okay, now this is going to be a very important turn. We're going to figure out whether or not... Oh, are we just going for broke? Is this it? Is this... Oh, man. Whew, man. Okay, this is going to be a very important turn for my opponent. My opponent is going to want to get 5 damage on the clock this turn and level me up to level 2 when I clock to draw next turn. That is what my opponent is going to want off of this. Because if my opponent doesn't get it, then this is going to be really bad for them. They're playing on literally 0 cards after this. Okay, so frontal for that 2 damage. I'm gonna die because of suicide. 1, 2. You know, not really seeing any climax cancels, deck. I've got my eyes on you. We know there's still 6 in there somewhere. Should be nice to see a few of them, that's all I'm saying. Holy cow, guys. We've got ourselves a whole 13 viewers right now. Thank you all so much for watching. I know some of you probably have way better things to do on a Saturday, but here you are just watching little old me. With the 1,000 boost, this is going to go up to 2,500. So we're going to kill each other. Nice. I mean, that's kind of what suiciders are for anyways, but... 1, 2, and 3. He got it. I'm going to go up to level 2 next turn. This is going to be a really fast game. I think I'm going to encore her next turn with this. One, and can I get the cancel this time at least? Holy cow. Can I get some mercy, please? Alright, so, no. No. And whammo. And also a very dead character. So, no. No. Really not going to be that useful this game because we haven't been pulling off our pendants, so it's really not a reason to keep it around. Okay, this is going to be a pretty interesting game for my opponent from now on because that was everything. I mean, even if he clocks to draw every turn from now on, like, this is going to be really scary for him. Hey, you know what? Speak of the devil. We can start pulling off some of these. Cool. I mean, does it matter anymore, though? I might not even want to. Play this to search. Play this. No, I don't even want it. Let's just throw these away. Who cares? So we're going to do something very interesting. I'm going to play this. Wait a second. Maybe I'm not. Do I have one in here already? Horror Jammo Party. I do. Okay, so I don't need to do that. But I'm going to do this anyways. I'm going to play this. And discard a card from my hands. Don't actually remember the name of the card I'm going to go after, so let me just get its name real quick. Oh, I forgot about that. Maybe I'll get that instead. Huh. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. So we're gonna go after, yep, and it's right here too. We're gonna go after this card right here, Angel in White. Is this card? It's pretty interesting. It'll let me deck refresh for free later. And now I kind of want to go into my other one too, but I could just go with like full on like just big dumb attacks with this. I think the real question is, am I going to pull this off? Because if I'm not going to pull this off, then do I rely on it or not? My opponent's in a pretty tough spot right now, so I don't really have to go to him. Let's just... we'll pay 1 to put this in play. And then I guess we'll just move this up here. It's not getting the bonus from these, so 1 sec. Well, that was an accident, sorry. I didn't mean to right click it, I was just trying to read its effect. Alright, so 1,000. Okay, and then we'll go into this. See if he's got that mind shock. Because he might. Like, I wouldn't doubt it. Alright, that's 1, 2, 3. We got him. We got him, boys. Direct. Big plays. Ugh, it's not really what we wanted to see. It's not really what we wanted to see at all. We're so close, deck. Please don't make us deck refresh a whole bunch of these in the stock. With a whole bunch of these in the stock, is what I meant to say. And I canceled, of course. Alright, and then the last one is going to be a direct. Are you hitting me right now? This isn't what we agreed upon, deck. This was going to be your game. I mean, I guess I've got ways to get rid of the stock, but Jesus. I don't want this to be happening right now. 3, 4, but did it stick? Did we get that 5 damage though? Ooh. Delicious. That's really good stuff. So these two are going to be on the clock. These 3 are going to go here. And then we'll see what happens from there, I suppose. It's like riding a bicycle. Just, like, it takes a little while to learn, but once you learn it, like, it's flawless. Wow, I'm going through this Coke so fast. Might end up having to get a second one today. I'm going into red. Alright. And then while he's doing that, I suppose I'll get rid of this. And I'm done. Good stuff. Chat is kind of dead. Yeah. That's okay, though. Oh, you called me a good sport. Thank you. I try. I try to be a good sport. I went over this in my Magic the Gathering Wither deck video, but games are kind of important to me. Card games in particular, because I'm sort of a socially awkward person, and that sort of comes out sometimes during my streams, because I stutter a little bit sometimes, and sometimes I really don't know what to say. But during card games, I feel like I can really express myself, you know, because you can go through, you can make a deck that just really makes sense in your head, and it's sort of like you're taking your ideas, funneling them into a deck, and then like pushing those ideas against your opponent. And like whether you win or lose, it's just really fun to like get your ideas across and like express your ideas through that way, at least in my opinion. So try to play a bunch of games. If I feel like I'm getting kind of good at a card game, I feel like I really want to like express that to other people so that they can get sort of good at it too, and we can learn from each other, and just all this good happy pappy mumbo jumbo. Welcome back, Mr. B. Oh, holy cow, somebody found me through my Vanguard videos. Thank you, Luke. Hey, Luke, weren't you the one that I declared like my favorite person in the chat? And here you are again. So how does my opponent play this? I mean, it's really rough. They've still got 2 cards in the back that they could attack with if they're desperate. But I really don't know. Oh, it's hard to count outside attack. Rough position they're in. I mean, on the bright side, this is probably going to die, right? It's probably not going to let this live, but that's okay. I mean, we've already sort of seen 2 of our combo pieces go straight into the garbage. Oh, there's one. Oh my god, is that a climax? Please tell me that's a climax. I can't take it. It's so good. Oh, man. Oh, we're back to an empty hands. And now, after this, he's gonna lose 2 characters. He's gonna lose 2 of his characters. He's gonna reverse one, and the next turn I'm gonna reverse it, and he's not gonna have a field or a hand. This is top decking to the extreme. Top decking is so hard in Weiss. Like, I feel really bad for him. This is one of the toughest positions to be in. But, I mean, he's playing through it really well. This is probably almost exactly what I would do card for card. It's just so rough that he can't get a hand advantage back. Yeah, like, for the rest of the game, he will be doing this. There's no other option. Until 3, you got it, buddy. And I'll take those. Then again, I'm gonna go up to level 3 this turn. Holy cow. Feels like this game is going so fast. Is it just my imagination? For that 3, though, 1, 2, cancel. Now the question is, does he arch? Probably not, right? He's going to deck refresh next turn. He's probably not going to arch. Yeah, he's just sending it straight away. Because at the very least, you can say that he's going to have 7 cards in his waiting room when he deck refreshes. And that's at least pretty good. Like, as bad as his position is, he's got a chance as long as he has a really good compressed deck. Best player. Oh, have you guys met in a game before? That's pretty awesome, actually. I don't hear of that happening ever. It's normally so dead. Deciding for. Wait a second. 1, 2. Okay. I mean, it's gonna be 0 if he sides, though. Is he sure? 1, 2, 2. So it's gonna be 0. Okay. So he's gonna keep his field, but he didn't really get much off of that, so I'm not gonna go up to level 3 quite yet. It's okay, dude. If you want to change into a front attack, you can. I don't really mind. Makes no difference to me, buddy. Okay, there it is. Frontal then. Let's do this. 1 and 2. Cancel. So. Okay, so this is going to be kind of rough. Nah. Is she worth saving right now? I think she is. Because I don't really have cards to discard for this. I'd rather have the guaranteed character on the field, personally. So 6, planning on playing this. Gonna take 3 cards from the deck. I need to find a way to spend 2 of these stocks here. I'm gonna spend 1 on this. I guess that was a reason that I should have kept her right, because I could have paid for the effects. Oh well. Oh well, you live and you learn. So if I can at least get rid of 1 of these, though, that'll be pretty good. Maybe get something with Brainstorm. I'm almost positive I've got something in this deck that has Brainstorm. Oh, or a pendant. Ooh, we haven't seen all 4 of the pendants yet, right? Maybe I'll see a pendant. So if we can get a pendant, then all should be well. 7,000, 7,000. That's unfortunate. But I put this behind this. This goes up to 8,000, and we have ourselves a dead Rundle house. No? Draw. Oh no! You're breaking my heart. 5. Do I... Okay, so no clock. I really want to pull off this effect. But I'm not going to, am I? 1. Because if I do this, I won't have the Kosaki pajama party in my waiting room. Oh well. Oh well. It's all good. I'm gonna be down 2 climaxes, but I'm not too worried about it. No. Okay, sad face of a turn, but we're gonna make it through, guys. We're gonna be just fine. Seriously, what is with this girl's hair? It's so, like... I mean, I kind of like it. It's kind of adorable, but it just seems so wrong. Because it seems like there's, like, one just really random... Look at this. It seems like there's, like, just a few really random, like, long strains of hair down one part of her head. And then the rest of her head, it's completely, like, butcheredly short. I'll admit I'm jealous. I wouldn't mind having hair that could do something as crazy as that. Look at this nonsense. That's crazy. You know, I think somebody once told me that I should get into this show, but I just kind of never did. Like, as much of a huge nerd as I am, I'm not really that big into anime, personally. Like, it's just not really my thing, I suppose. Don't get me wrong, like, I'll watch myself a good anime or whatever, but I just haven't really done it recently, and there's not too many anime that I'm that into. I'm gonna hold on hope that I can pull off this card, and playing it now would be bad anyway because I don't have anything here. So we're gonna wait on this, but we might still be able to pull this off, so we'll see. The cool thing about this is it doesn't really cost anything. You just kind of have to put it in the discard pile, and everything's fine. Nah. It's not bad for a harem show, but it's not that it's a must. Yeah. I mean, it kind of seems like it. Don't get me wrong, like, it seems like a fine show. It just doesn't seem like one of those, like, must-watch anime. Like, there are some anime that I feel like just about every anime fan should watch. Like, in my personal opinion, I think Madoka is one of those shows that just everybody should watch if you like any sort of anime, because it really messes with your head. It's got really interesting artwork, really good character development. Like, I consider Madoka like a quote-unquote must-watch show for anime fans, but I wouldn't call something like this a must-watch show. So gold bar, this here, this here. There are some others that just nobody has watched. I like Bokura ga Ita, which don't be fooled by the fact that it has Boku in the name. It's not Boku. But Bokura ga Ita is an amazing show. It's a really superb love story after you get past the first 10 episodes, which makes it really dense and really hard for a lot of people to get into, but personally it's my favorite romance show. Because after 10 episodes, every single episode something major happens in the plot. Every single episode, no exceptions. And it just makes it crazy, because you seriously have no idea what's going to happen in the next episode. I mean, it's really nuts. The thing with that, though, is the actual, like, the manga that it's based off of, would not recommend reading it. And it's really unnecessarily, like, depressing and dramatic, which I know that some people are into that kind of thing, but it feels like such a heavy soap opera to actually, like, sit down and read. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Oh, you're still doing it. When you drag a card, the cards on top of it will go as well. I made a deck for you, Kudo-kun. My username is LucasBSP. It's fully updated Tsukiyomi deck. Thanks, dude. I'll go check it out a bit later. Maybe get some ideas. Have you seen Boku no Hero Academia? I have not seen My Hero Academia. Not yet. I don't get too much into... Oh, that's a really rough one. Wait a second. Are you saving yourself from climaxes? You are. Okay. As long as there's a climax in there, that makes sense. Okay. So anyways, I don't really get into shonen shows too much. Like, there are some that I really love. Like, I really like Fairy Tail. I know some people have problems with it. Like, if you watch a YouTuber named The Best Guy Ever, he's one of my favorite YouTubers, but he's got a huge problem with Fairy Tail, and he's happy that it's ending. But personally, I think Fairy Tail's a really well done show. I didn't get into One Piece. I think the art style's really weird, and I didn't get into any of the characters. I mean, I think I watched about 30 episodes, and that 30 episodes in, I still wasn't hooked after 30 episodes, and I think that's a huge problem, personally. Like, obviously, I like Zoro. He's an awesome swordsman that uses a katana in his teeth. And I like Sanji because he's this, like, kicking expert who uses his legs because his hands are too precious. And he's a cook, and he's a huge pervert like I am. So, got really into his character, too. But, like, it's just sort of, like, from a base. Like, I didn't really care too much about, like, what they were doing or why they were doing it. I just thought they were, like, really neat designs. And then 30 episodes in, I just kind of gave up. I just wasn't interested anymore. Naruto, I like Naruto a lot. I've watched the entire first season and 200 episodes of the Shippuden. I think I've watched all the movies so far. I really like Naruto. It's not a masterpiece by any means, but it's something that my friends and I were all into. Actually, if you look back in my history, you might be able to find some old videos that I used to do, and some pictures of me where I used to wear a Naruto headband around my neck every day. I wore that headband around my neck every day for like 4 years, dude. I was a sad soul. Needless to say, I don't think I got any girlfriends in high school. What are some of the older ones? Bleach. I've always been meaning to get into Bleach. I've always found a reason not to. Front 7K. Okay. I mean, I'm getting a 500 boost, so that's kind of a bad move. But I guess it really needs that damage, so I understand. Honestly, I can't fault this guy for doing anything right now. He's playing on 0 cards in hand. He has no deck right now, so he's going to deck refresh, take the 1 damage. Like, I think the one thing he might have going for him right now is, don't quote me on this, but I think he might have 7 climaxes, 7 climaxes in his waiting room right now, which, if he does, is going to be really good for him. Weeaboo, hey, that's not nice, Alex. Even if it's true, it's probably not nice. Binge watched the first season of it both in English and Japanese because I'm stupid. Nah, nobody's stupid for binge watching a show, dude. This melted ice in my Coke is like the nectar of the gods right now. Respect, I guess. Huh, yeah. I mean, binge watching that much of a show is pretty crazy. All before the second season came out. Wow. That is pretty nuts. I think the only show that I've ever truly done that with is Case Closed or Detective Conan, if you watch the Japanese. I've gone crazy on Detective Conan. I've watched the first 100 episodes of Detective Conan like 4 different times because usually what'll happen is I'll get a friend who I want to try to get into it, and like I'll sit through and I'll rewatch the show with them up until about like 100 or so episodes in, and then they start losing interest, which I don't blame them for at all. And then right now I think I'm up to episode like 720, somewhere around there. I haven't seen the show in a couple of years, so I'm really behind, but man, I've put so much time into Detective Conan. I've watched at least 720 of the episodes. I've watched 19 of the movies. I've watched 2 of the live-action movies, 4 episodes of the live-action TV show. I've read 960, I think, 960 chapters of the manga. Detective Conan takes out a lot of my life. Like, if I dedicated all the time I put into following Detective Conan into, like, mastering Japanese or mastering some kind of art, like, if I'd put that much time into, like, doing my martial arts stuff, then I'd probably be Bruce Lee by now. But I didn't. I chose to put that time into Detective Conan, and I regret nothing. Now that I think about it, if I want you to look at one of my decks, I need to put it on this website, don't I? Well, I mean, you could put it anywhere. Just put it somewhere where I could see it, I guess. Sorry, but I never saw that show. I don't blame you, dude. So Detective Conan, despite being one of my favorite anime of all time, isn't something that I would recommend to anyone. It came out at a time where we really didn't have any good mystery shows. And that's really what it had going for it. Was a really good mystery show, and we didn't have very many of them at the time. And to get into it, you kind of do have to watch like the entire series. It's not something you can jump in like episode 300 or so and just start following from there. It's something that you really sort of have to start at the beginning. And even if you're just following main episodes, I think there's 800 episodes out right now. If you're just following main episodes, that's still about 450 episodes you have to watch to actually get the full story of what's going on. And it's such a time sink that I couldn't recommend it to anybody. But me, I love it. Kudo-kun, after our MLP game, could you take a look at my deck? You had a turn? Sure, I don't see why not. Conan is pretty daunting to get into. Yes, it absolutely is, and I don't recommend it to a single person. If somebody wanted to get into Detective Conan, the only thing I could recommend to them is get into the manga, because even though the manga is really dialogue heavy, you can get through it pretty quickly. I'll let her die. There's no reason to keep her alive. Anyways, yeah, so if you get into the manga, you can get through the manga pretty quick. It's you just read like 2 or 3 chapters a day and you can catch up. And the manga skips a lot of the like the filler crap that goes on in the show. Like, people want to complain about Naruto's filler. Boy, you don't know what Naruto filler is. Conan pretty much puts Naruto filler to shame. There was actually, I think it was like a 100 episode gap in Naruto where literally, not even being figurative here, literally not a single plot related thing happens in that 100 episodes. Not one plot related thing. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do, right? I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna search my deck for a actually, one sec. I'm gonna double check something here really quick. Do I have a Kosaki Pajama Party in here? Nope. I'm gonna search for a Kosaki Pajama Party. And then we're gonna play this. Get rid of this. Discard this. To get, doesn't really matter too much, does it? I guess we could get the other Pajama Party, right? No? And then we'll retire, play this. Finally got that other climax out of there. Jesus. Effect. So we're going to show the top 3 cards of our deck. Oh, got 2. Got 2. So heals and plus 3. Plus 3,000. Gonna heal 1. Plus 3,000. Move these around a little bit. Sorry guys, I got kind of into a thing, so I'm was this blue? Nope. Wrong one. Was this blue? Sure is. And then we'll get Pajama Party up to the top. Frontal. Should have moved this over. Oh, never mind. Neither of them are the... For some reason I thought this was my my level assist, but I forgot I got rid of the level assist for this. For 3. It was the first MLP deck that I made myself and did not take from your videos. Dude, props for the honesty, man. Props for the honesty. From episode 136 till ship it in, again, if I remember, can't believe I put up with it back then. You know what? Me neither, dude. We were like 14 or 15 when it came out, though, so it kind of makes sense. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, buddy. Alright, direct. I'm doing a little bit too much damage, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. For 3. This might be game, boys. He's got a lot of climaxes, though, so he might get another turn. If he gets another turn, though, he can't clock to draw, so I probably won. Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but like he was just put in a really bad spot. Okay. Man, I cannot type for crap today. Jesus. Go ahead and leave the room. That was a fun match, though. There's so much Log Horizon going on today. Okay, so let's go back down my list real quick. The He Void, have you come back? Have you graced us once again with your presence? I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to answer He Void, and if you haven't, then, I mean, I guess you'll lose your shot, and we'll ask again later. The He Void. I don't know what kind of name that is. Sounds really weird. Not that I'm calling your name weird or anything. It is kind of weird. Properties. Okay, this is the one we want. The other one has my live dashboard on it, and you can see all of my personal little secrets. Can't have that. The He Void. The He Void is not here. Oh, the He Void is here. Holy cow. Holy cow. Crazy. Room. Okay. Well, I'd said He Void should go next, and that's what's gonna happen. So, what deck should I use next, guys? You were close, He Void. I was seriously about to go into the room to pull up somebody else. Okay, so this is going to be our last sports match for the day, and then I'll move on to MLP, maybe do 2 matches of MLP, and then we'll call it, maybe, depending on whether or not anybody else is interested. So what deck should I use, guys? Does anybody have any votes on what I should use next, or should I just use something at random? Not seeing any votes, so I guess we'll just use something at random. Let's go with good old Dead-Eyed. Sayaka's on the warpath, baby. Okay, and the name here is Degenerate Gamer. Alright. Gotcha. I made a Log Horizon deck because it was the first set I bought cards for when the set came out, and I have the deck right in front of me now, but haven't played much against other people. Yeah, I understand that. I understand. Pause. Game over? What? Wait a second. Oh god. Oh god, what happens? So, you guys can't see it right now, but for some reason this loaded up in like replay mode or something because everything's like disabled. Yeah, everything's disabled, and it has the controls for oh man, that's really weird. I've literally never seen that happen before. Yeah, sorry dude. That's a problem. So I mean, yeah, sorry Hevoid, I'll probably have to take you next then, because it's gonna take 10 to 15 minutes for the room to reset itself, so I'm gonna have to have a duel in the meantime. But if you're still around, then I'll play against you next time, just right after this. Yeah, I'm really sorry, Hevoid. Like it loaded up in replay mode, and there's nothing I could do about it. Like literally, there was nothing I could do about it. It disabled everything. I couldn't touch my deck. I couldn't touch the tokens. I couldn't touch the dice. I couldn't touch anything. Literally never seen it. Just waiting for a reply. No. So I had to close out of the room. Sending challenges. Wait a second. Replay mode. I was just waiting for the reply. On my screen, it was we were here. Like I hadn't switched it over yet, but it was. I don't know, dude. Like it loaded into an error. Like there's not much I can do about it. It's gonna take about 10 to 15 minutes for the room to reset itself. I'll just have to take you next, dude. I'm sorry. But I mean, in the meantime, we can get one of these other matches out of the way. Maybe some MLP. Yeah, MLP. Okay, good. Right after this match, dude, we'll go into it again. So, let's hit some MLP. Alex has been jumping up and down like a little puppy dog. It's been adorable. So let's go ahead and go into a match with Alex. Let me just load up my decks really quick. And we're going to play Tickets, Please. That's weird? Yes, it is very weird. Just want to make sure, Alex, are you gamer of time? Just gonna make 100% sure. Once I see that yes, I'll hit accept. And let me switch it over on here. So I see that yes, dude. Gamer of time, yes. Yes, cool. That is him. So let's do this. Oh, that's weird. This looks a little... Okay, everything's fixed itself. No better mean day. Ah, don't peek. Just flip it. There we go. Search through for my starting problem. Gosh darn it, I'm so bad at this. I don't even remember what my starting problem was. huh. I'm gonna go check and see what my starting problem is supposed to be again. I remember. Okay. So how are we looking over here? It still doesn't look the way that it's supposed to, but I guess it looks fine for what it is. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll keep it. Let our opponent do their thing. Oh, what? No, I don't want it. So, like I said before, the entire point of this deck is it's a control deck. Essentially, what we're going to be doing here is, what the heck? Stop it! I don't want it. Stop it. Stop putting it on my side of the board. Okay, so from what I saw, this is going to be a copy of my main deck, the Queen Chrysalis Control. So I guess let's see how it stacks up. Like, I really don't know how this is gonna go. The deck I'm using right now is a little more aggressive than my main deck, so should be good times. Need to check and see if this person's still listening to the stream. If they are, then I can just tell them stuff out loud. If not, then it's all good. Okay. Okay. Just play, choose a color. Your main character has a chosen color. It's really good. I mean, technically it's supposed to be at the start of your next turn, but it really doesn't matter. Like, the 1 turn difference doesn't make too big of a difference in the long term. Okay, so we'll take first. So what we're looking for in our opening hands is a, what's the card's name? Like Spitfire, I think its name is. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Gross. Yeah, this hand sucks. We're gonna put this right on back. Nothing I can play in here. And 6. That's exactly what we wanted to see. We can play. Yeah, this sounds great. Cool. Definitely gonna play this. So we're gonna move this card here. These two are gonna be our main concerns. These are good too. This isn't that important. This is just filler, just in case we need it. Really not going to need it though. Okay, so my opponent mulliganed. You only get 1 mulligan in this game, so I'm gonna start going. No. No. And I'm done. This is how most games of MLP start. People don't really do anything near the beginning. Next turn I'm gonna do something. And technically I could have done something this turn, but I know I'm metagaming a little bit here. Like, I know how this deck is supposed to work, and I know that if it's being played correctly, they're not going to play anything on their first turn. So If they do play something on their first turn, that's something that I want to know ahead of time, so I know which problem they're trying to confront. And this is one of the reasons that you don't really want to play cards just sort of like willy-nilly. Oh, get your action points, boy. You don't want to end without getting those tokens. Like, yeah, it's not common to play anything on the first couple of turns, but it's because we want these. For people who don't know anything about the MLP card game, the thing that's unique about it is these things here are mana, and they stack. So you don't have to worry about spending your mana because it disappears at the end of the turn or anything. You just kind of save it up and then like choose what turns to make your plays on. In most cases. I'm actually going to be playing a deck that goes completely against it. No, not those. No, wait. Yeah, these are victory points. Don't want to do that. No. And no. The reason we can't use these for our action points is because these are going to be victory points. The game works on a victory point system. We get 1 point for confronting these problems here. And we have to get 15 of these to win. At the beginning of every turn, the amount of mana, well, no, it's not mana obviously, but action points we get is determined by the player with the highest action, the highest victory points. Right now, the highest victory points is 0, so we just get 2. This turn, I'm going to pay 2 to move this onto my opponent's problem. Now, if my opponent plays any characters here, this will start getting shield counters. When it has 5 shield counters, it'll flip over, and it does cool stuff. And that's about it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're still good on hand size. I'll just end my turn here. Let's see what they do. Also, they didn't declare it, but Green Chrysalis is supposed to be purple now. This card is a really good starter. It doesn't really give you any great effects, but what it does is at the beginning of the game, fairly what we wanted to see right now. I have 4 points. I could go up to 4 and confront this, which I think I might do. Or I could go over here and confront this, which I might also do. So 1, 2. Fleur de lis. 1, 2. For Spitfire. Now again, for those who haven't really seen the game before and don't really know what's going on, in order to beat this, my side of the card, which is on the bottom, means I need 2 blue power and 2 power that isn't blue. Right now I have 2 blue, 2 white. Since I was the player to go first, I get 1 point. And that's pretty much the flow of the game. I mean, you're not really trying to compete with your opponent's cards so much. You're more just trying to go against these problems here, solve the problems, as it will, because obviously it's a show for little kids, so can't have anything too violent, I suppose. And we're just trying to beat these problems here, make Equestria a little better, you know. God, I'm going to feel so bad about this if this goes on for so much longer. So, what my opponent's doing here right now, right? How they have these 6 action points saved up? That's correct. My opponent is doing the right thing here. My opponent is playing this completely correctly. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So, the Rainbow Dash I'm going to play is going to punish them for doing this. Even though they're doing everything completely correct, if I get my Rainbow Dash play off, it's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt them immensely for playing the game correctly. So I just kind of want to double check how my chat is going. I got disconnected a little bit, so I don't actually know what's going on right now. Let me do this, this, this. Pop out chats so I can read it, and there we go. Might play next. Kudo-kun, if you play me this time, my climaxes might actually show up this time. We'll see, dude. We'll see. We'll see. Ah, is that a character? Nice. Woo. Wait a second. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. What are you doing? Okay, good. Good. Good stuff. Good. There's really no reason to put him sideways like this. I just kind of do it for flavor. When you're playing the actual game, like the deck is supposed to be sideways so that you can see your side here and your opponent can see their side here. But it's awkward this way because this is actually going to be my side and this is going to be their side. I believe I'm done. Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hand is fine. And I'll go. I'll draw. Get my 2 action points. And there's not a whole lot that I want to do. 2 action points won't be enough to solve this, so score phase. Okay, so now that I've gained 2 victory points, the stakes are raised. So my opponent will now get 3 points a turn instead of 2. And I will too, obviously. It wouldn't just be your opponent. Whoa, MLP, I missed a bit. Yeah, I mean, not too much has happened, to be completely honest. Boyd. Next game, last time you really had me on the toes. Really? Did you guys just go? Excuse me. God, I need some more of that delicious melted ice. Wait, how many cards do you have in hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this isn't good. My opponent ended up with a bad hand. Just gonna discard a card? Okay. I feel really bad, because my hand that I got after the mulligan was actually pretty godlike, so I'm good. Getting rid of an... Uh-oh, that's an interesting move. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but alright. I'll draw. 7, 8, so we're still good. Gonna get my 3 points. 1, 2, and 3. So what do we want to do? I mean, don't really have much that I want to do, to be completely honest. Like, I could start a face-off here, beat that, send it home. I guess that's what I'll do. Get these changed up a little bit. Yeah, okay. What's my home limit, though? It's 3. So I'm going to have to discard some in-play cards if I do that. I guess I could play this and keep this in play to meet blue color requirements. I guess that's a good idea. Just play him. 1, 2, and 3. Gonna wait, just move these around real quick so I can see her and her counters. These are like the worst mains in the game, but like if I do happen to get her flips, then I get something really cool out of it. So I have 4 on this problem, meeting that. 4 on this problem, meeting that. Score phase. I keep calling it the score phase. I think it's the confront phase, but it doesn't really matter. Solving both. So, all my characters are going to be getting -1 for this. It's going to be 2 and 0. And then I get these powers over here, so it's 4, 5, 6. Again, for anybody who doesn't follow the game and doesn't know what's going on, since I'm beating both of these problems right now, we're going to have one big showdown between all of our friends at each problem, and then the winner's going to get some more bonus points, and everybody's going to head home, and the problems will reset. +4, +4, so irrelevant, I'm winning. It's going to be 4, 5, 6, +4, so 10. Top card to bottom. We flipped over the top card of our deck to try and give us a bit more power. We each got 4. It's the number in the top right. So I won. I'm going to get 1 bonus point. And no. And I've only got 3 ponies in play, so I don't have to worry about getting rid of one. Let's see what our new problem is going to be. Okay, so now with the ponies that are still in play, I can choose, instead of playing cards from my hand, to move cards from my home onto the problems for 2. So you see how normally you would have to pay 3 to put Crystal Guard on duty in play? Well, the reason that you sort of build a deck like this is because now I can pay 2 to move him onto a problem, and I have that 3 power. So he's actually more powerful to keep at home, because, you know, I'm paying less to get more power. I'm paying 2 to get 3. Whereas with something like this, it's pay 2 to get 2. This, pay 2 to get 2, but it has showy, so this is a little better than this. The only reason you run stuff like this is because it doesn't have a color requirement. And this has a 2 color requirement under the cost. So I had to have this in play to play this, but now I don't need this anymore. So if something happens, then I can just get rid of this. But the entire point of his deck, the Queen Chrysalis deck, my main deck actually, is he can pay 3 to flip this over and take any one of these friends that I have in play and move it to his side of the field, which is pretty nice. We're going to see if he does it or not. Oh, don't put it on top. Why would you do that? Okay. Whatever. It's fine. It doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. So what's my side? I have to get 7 over there? Might be able to do that. I think we're good. So he's still got 4 action points there. Like I said before, if he really wants to, he could pay 2 and take my Crystal Guard or my Fleur de Lis. Don't see why you would take Spitfire. So get this on there. That would be 6. Wouldn't be enough to confront. 2 or 4. Let me find out. Green token. Takes a green token from his or her main character and puts it on the tabletop. I mean, I can't really tell. I think he only paid 2, right? Maybe he overpaid, I don't know. To be honest, I was a little too busy explaining stuff to actually pay attention to what he was doing on his side of the field. Is it just me or is the stream skipping? Just say 2? Okay. I mean, I'm fine. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Has a lot of cards in hand, though. It's going to have to discard one if it stays like this. Is the stream skipping for anybody? I could reset the stream if it is. Like, if anybody's having any problems with the stream, just let me know. Excuse me. Okay, well, looks like it's my go. I'll draw. Get my 3 points. What do we need now? 4 white, 4 rando, and 7 over here. Okay. So, I can tell he's trying to complete this problem. He's going to need to play one more character. We'll pay 2 to move this out, because if any more cards interplay here, then at least I'll be getting shield counters. And I really can't do anything else except for maybe this. Let's see. So that card I just played is a Troublemaker. It's sort of like a shield against my opponent trying to complete problems, and it has some kind of nasty effect that my opponent has to deal with. In this case, at the beginning of their Troublemaker phase, they'll have to move one of their one of their friends at this problem home. It might even be characters, so I don't know. But it's a really annoying card, and I really like it. It's probably my favorite pair sprite after pink. I mean, yeah, after yellow. The stream is fine now. I had it shut off, but you know, my comp sucks. What other card games do you have planned for these live streams? That's a very good question, Mr. B. So, every card game I can imagine. Right now, we're just kind of doing Weiss, Vanguard, Buddyfight, and My Little Pony. Sort of 3 of the most popular Bushiroad games because I'm a huge Bushiroad supporter, and My Little Pony because it's what I'm most known for. And I mean, that's all we have today, but eventually I'd like to get it to a point where we can play literally any card game that you can find online on here. Because I love card games, and I want to play all of them. So let's just play all of them, I suppose. Okay, gonna use Chrysalis' effect. Let's see who he takes. Probably Crystal Guard, I would guess, because it has 3 power. Actually, I was going to ask where he wanted it, so it's okay. It doesn't matter. So normally, you're supposed to be able to flip these cards. You're supposed to be able to flip these cards over, and there's supposed to be a more powerful card on the other side, but what are you going to do? There's not really a feature for that here. So normally cards have some kind of flip condition like this. In my case, I've got to wait for him to play 5 cards to this card's problem, which is really slow, but one of the advantages to Queen Chrysalis is you can pay 3 to flip her over and you also get an effect off of it. The one downside to it is it's kind of like a firecracker. Like, you get one sort of nice explosion, and then you don't get anything except for ashes. So even though it's flipped and it has more power, it's not doing anything anymore. What are you doing? He just kind of took my troublemaker away. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that's golden. Yes. Yes. So he just kind of took my troublemaker and shuffled it into his deck. It's a different color. It's a different color. Stop it. It's supposed to be in play on your side of the field. Alright, whatever. I guess when I flip it over, I'll give it to him. But anyways, it's gonna solve. Is he, though? Are you sure? Yeah, he is. 2 purple and then 4 random. Yep. He's good. Already got his point. And I'll draw. Ah. So now we have... I don't know how I want to deal with this. Let's get 1, 2, 3. I don't have enough white in play to play Uza-sized. I mean, I guess if he's gonna go ham on this, then I'll just move it on over, right? I mean, it sounds like a good idea to me. Play 1 for this. Pay 1 for Uza-sized. Says on Lady G. Pay 1 at the beginning. Returns or lose. Okay, and we have 3 more points to work with. I can't really do anything else that impressive. Don't have any more white for this. Do I just let him have it? Is that what we're gonna do right now? This is interesting. 3, 6. Be able to confront this next turn if he keeps that in play. And... really don't know what else I want to do. I mean, I guess in cases like this, you just don't do anything. Except, I kind of just don't even want to deal with that anymore. I kind of want to just move this over here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. 1, 2. Move it over here. And I'm done. So the reason we're going to do that is because he's already meeting the conditions for this. I'm not too worried about him playing any more cards. And this specifically has to be cards that come into play. So if my opponent decides to play any cards here from the hands, then this will get more shield counters. Trying to get shield counters on this is a total pain, but I mean, it's what you got to do. Banish a troublemaker. Wait, 1 sec. Wait. Okay. Caught up. So when cards are on your opponent's side of the field, it doesn't let you manipulate them. Okay, so this card's banished. It's just completely gone. Let's set it over here to the side. No, it's banished. Banished cards are just removed from the game. I mean, every card game has removed from the game mechanics, and that's just this one. So now it's going to confront this, get another point. I still have some time, so I'm not too worried about this. I'm still 4 points up. 3 for uh-oh, who are you going to get rid of? Of Spitfire? Oh, to stop me from playing. Oh, okay, I get it. I getcha. That's a good move. That's going to stop me from playing any more blue cards, which is a problem, of course. Almost. It's almost a problem. Almost. Just don't tell him. Just don't say anything. Okay, so let's get our points. 1, 2, and 3. I could get floor delay over here for 2. Pay 4 to get these 2 cards in play, but I need more action points. So, guess we're done. God, I love this card. So, pretty much Lady Justice is costing him 1 action point a turn. It's beautiful. The longer he lets Lady Justice live, the more action points he's just going to lose because of it. And it only costs 1. For 1, this is a really ridiculous card. The question is, how long can he stall? Because, I mean, 4-8, you need to start playing some cards, dude. You need to start playing some cards over here, solving this problem. You need to start solving this problem, man. It's going to end. He's going to get his 1 point. And I'm going to draw. I mean, I know you don't really want to move over here and give me shield counters, but you got to pay the piper eventually, dog. So the difference between his main and my main, right, is because his was a firework. Mine is more like a, I don't know, like a lawnmower, I guess, because it takes a while to rev up. You gotta rev it up 5 times. But if you do get it revved up, then it works really well, because my opponent pays +2 action tokens to play characters here, which is obviously really good. Gotta stand still in my hand. It's always nice. I think we're going to confront this turn, boys. It needs 8. Maybe not. 2. I can put 2. Never mind. I can do it. 1, 2. To move floor delay here. I really want to keep her on top if I can help it. 1, 2. For Spitfire. 1, 2 for Wildfire. Is that her name? I can't really tell. Yeah, Wildfire. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My boys. We are... No. And now action points are going to move up from being 3 a turn to 4 a turn. Man, isn't playing the game the normal way fun? Like, isn't this so much more fun than just playing a card that completely takes away all of this fun that we're having right now? I mean, I know I'm going to draw into uneven ground eventually, and I know I'm going to freaking hate myself when it happens, but it's gonna reminisce about how good the game was before I played that card, and then we're gonna play it, and it's gonna be fun. Yeah, boy. So we got a troublemaker. Not too worried about it. I mean, I built the deck, so I kind of know what the troublemakers are. I'm trying to be as like non-metagaming intensive as I can be, but because he's playing my main deck, I don't really know. I mean, I should be paying more attention to his field, but I'm just not paying it. Oh, don't put it on top of my crap, dude. Oh, no, and I... Please. I put it on his home by accident. Oh, man, the cancer. The cancer. I am so sick. What are you guys talking about in here? Let's... Pretty sure you can. It's in your home. You should be able to move it. Should be able to just... There we go. Yeah, there we go. See? Yeah, we good. We got this. We Gucci. I still can't move it. What? Oh, God. Whatever. Okay, it's... Oh, God, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna keep it. Just gonna leave it there. It's probably because this little tiny edge. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so like I was saying before, right? I really hate to metagame, but I know what troublemakers this deck runs. There's Yellow Parasprite and Grumpy Pie. Highly doubt this is Grumpy Pie. 5 points. Here we go, my boys. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do I want to do now? I mean, I could start heading over here. 7. Is it worth it? Llama work it. Fill a thing down, flip it, and reverse it. I mean, I really don't know what else to do. I don't really have anything else that I need to do, so I guess I'm done. Go for it. It is Grumpy Pie. I wonder if his plan is to just draw a bunch of cards and make this god. I mean, I wouldn't doubt if it is. I'm just saying, could be something he's gonna do. I don't know. It would cost a lot of action points, and you'd have to get rid of a lot of cards to do it. But are we talking about Toho in the chat? That's interesting. Kudo-kun. So, like, do you also play Luck and Logic and Force of Will? So, fun fact. I was actually the first person on YouTube to really drop a comprehensive tutorial on Luck and Logic. I don't actually play the game very much, so I don't know much about Luck and Logic. I do remember the base rules, but I don't know anything about the cards, and I heard that the card game is actually really slowly dying. Like, I hear that Bushiroad doesn't want to keep supporting Luck and Logic. They're putting all their efforts into these new card games coming up, like Dragoborn, for example. Force of Will, this is going to be interesting. My girlfriend doesn't really play card games, but my girlfriend is enamored with the art of Force of Will. So my girlfriend actually set up a Force of Will deck around Yggdrasil. And at first she was really bad at it, but she's gotten pretty good at it now. So I'm into Force of Will only because my girlfriend likes Force of Will, and that's it. Okay, which one? Spitfire? Why? I mean, you can have him, dude, but that's a weird choice. I would have taken Wildfire for sure, baby. Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. Card, please. Card, please. Yeah. Yeah, they are pretty identical, aren't they? Spitfire, Wildfire. It's pretty awful, but give me my card back. I want it. No. Okay. What? Oh god. Where did my main just go? What? How am I? Oh no. Oh no. Help. Help, please. Oh god, that's so... I love trade cards online so much, but sometimes... sometimes... I don't even know what to say. Don't even know what to say, guys. Well, I gave it back. Why do you keep putting it back over here? Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll go. I'll draw. Whew, now about this troublemaker. 3, it's gonna be 4, it's at 7 power. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna try my luck. Wait a second. 1 second here. I'm going to double check something about the rule of epic troublemakers. Just need to know if it's the same problem when you lose to it. While an epic troublemakers face up on a problem, neither player can confront that problem. Excuse me. And face down troublemakers are not uncovered at that problem. Any player may challenge epic troublemakers during the troublemaker phase. Villain keyword. So let's go back here. Villain. Originally the keyword meant that the troublemaker blocked both players. That's it. Okay. That's all it means. We're fine. Oh. Well, that sucks. That was a pretty good game. No, you didn't have to declare me the winner. Nah. What an anticlimactic finish, man. That's so lame. I was having quite a lot of fun. It was pretty neat going up against like a deck that I created like that, because it let me see some of like the strengths and weaknesses and whatnot. What a freaking bummer. I mean, it's what we're given, though, I suppose. Okay, well, let's take Alex off of my list. Next one up is the He-Void. The He-Void, are you here? I will give you like 3 minutes. So I'm gonna eat a bunch of this ice. The He-Void is here. So the He-Void and I are about to dote-see-do. Perfect. So just a random question, but did anybody see my my princess, what was her name? Cadence? Maybe? I don't remember. Did anybody see my main character just kind of like poof out of existence? That was wild, man. That was wild. Generic gamer. Okay, I'm gonna switch this over just in case it happens again. I don't want people to think I'm a liar. TradeCardsOnline.com. It's up. I hit accept. Are we good? Maybe? Holding my breath. I think we're fine. So last time what happened, right, is there was a giant pause button here, which is what appears when you're playing a replay, and everything else was grayed out, which is what happens when it's in replay mode. Okay. Both got a 3. Let me re-roll here real quick. Yeah, boy. Okay, taking first. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wow. What a great hand that I'm not going to keep. I am going to keep that, though, because that's part of our main combo. So to anybody who doesn't know the deck, this is a combo deck, mainly a change combo deck around getting Dead-Eyed Sayaka out there. Dead-Eyed Sayaka, for anybody who doesn't know, is a really fancy name we have for this Blink Stare Sayaka card right here. It has the power to turn into 2 really powerful level 2s called Fighting While Hurting or the Mermaid Witch. And that's kind of the main point of the deck. And we'll see what happens. Let's just kind of get that as early as possible. Oh gosh, darn it. Battleship Water Oni. This is a Can Cole deck. Gosh darn it. Draw. I am not happy about this. Like Modestico trying to build it. Okay, whatever, dude. Okay, whatever. I don't want to talk to you right now. You're playing Con Cole. You're dead to me. Draw 2. Not the greatest. Waiting was 3 or more. It is not. Gonna get that big 2 damage. 3 would have been nice, but that's okay. Who even cares? Gosh darn it. I'm so sad right now. What do your stupid cards do? Oh, look at that. Oh. Level 1, 4,500, but it does something crazy. Okay. Well, I'm done. Ken Cole. And Kudo, I'm so tired today. Let's have a rematch off stream sometime in the next 2 days. Yeah, for sure, dude. I'm always up for a match. Pretty much always up for a match. It's Con Cole, but it's not actually Kansai. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Not quite. It's a deep sea one. Far more fun than ship waifus. Whatever. Okay. Just let him do stuff, I suppose. I mean, whatever he's doing, I'm not gonna deny it. It's frickin' Con Cole. Like, what can't Con Cole do? See, I know it's unfair that I hate Con Cole as much as I do, because I do play Con Cole and I do enjoy Con Cole. The reason that I don't really like Con Cole very much is because politically there's some really messed up things going on between Bushiroad and DMM Games around Con Cole. When Con Cole came out, they gave it like twice as many cards as any other set. They gave it every good effect in the book, and then they kept giving it more sets. Like the amount of support that Bushiroad gives Con Cole is unreal, and it's something that they don't give any other set in Weiss. And for a while, like, people are going to deny this, but for a while, Con Cole was sort of the deck to beat, because it just kind of gave it options to everything that was in the game thus far. And, like, I don't know. So every time I see something Con Cole related, like, I just can't do it, you know? I can't look at it. It's so gross. I want to like it. I really do. I want to like Con Cole because I play the game. And, like, I like the series. I just not really happy about all, like, the political stuff. Are you getting any boosts? Card's front attack. Don't pay the cost. If you do, choose a card named. Yeah, of course it's a level 0 that changes into a level 1 on frontal attack. Why wouldn't it be? I really don't have a play, do I? I think... give me 1 sec. I'm gonna check something. Okay, sorry. I had to look into something really quick. So what do I do here? I'm not going to frontal attack it, obviously, so I guess I'll just stay here. Keep these in hand. We'll just go here. Ooh, ouch. That's not good. It's not really what I wanted to see. It's a little too early to be clocking those climaxes. That's okay. Oh. The first one was okay. When I typed in okay, I hit I'm done instead of send. It made me look like a really impatient jerk right here. Whoops. Oops. I'm upset, but I'm not that upset. Let's see. So what are we going to be doing here? It's not being front attack, so it's not going to have the effect. Probably going to keep direct attacking me. We both have one person out there attacking. I don't see any suiciders so far. So let's see. What are you? Character in the middle position gets plus 500 and brainstorm. Alright. So it's going to be getting plus 1,000 power, up to 3,500 as long as it's in the center slot. Okay. You got it, dude. I'm not going to be challenging this anyway, because I don't want him to get that change off. Does it cost anything? No, of course it doesn't cost anything. Gosh darn it. Friggin' Con Cole, man. Friggin' Con Cole. Alright, so really kind of hoping he pushes me into level 1 right now, because I don't have any level 0 play that I can do, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. It's a bad thing because this deck does need a lot of stock, but luckily I was able to get one Cube out there, so his adorable face is going to be able to pay for one of their change effects. I have both of the combo pieces I need right now. I've got a Dead-Eyed Sayaka in here as well, so I can go into this, Miracle and Magic... Miracle and what is it called? Miracles and Magic Are Real. Go into this for a Blink Stare, and then later I can go into Blink Stare's effect. Thing is though, it's sort of a back row. I'm not going to put it in the front row. Okay, screw that noise. If my opponent gets rid of this, my entire deck's gonna fall apart. This card's you'll attack out of your deck. Alright, so draw one, get rid of one. You got it. Wow. Okay. Use this card's backup. If the number of your abyssal character is 4 or more, you can pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's characters who levels higher than your... Oh, and it's an anti-change? Oh, that's just unfortunate, because the deck is a really heavy change deck. That's nothing to do with Con Cole. That's just unfortunate. Ooh. Okay. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of climaxes, so that's a good thing. Might be able to go off on this dude like a firework here pretty soon. Not feeling too bad about this. Clock 1, probably Mermaid Witch to get into the discard pile. Draw 2. Go into Sayaka Finds Her Wish. And everything should be fine. I think we're in a pretty good spot. Perfect! That's pretty much exactly what I wanted to see. Mermaid Witch in here. I'll level up. And I'll use... Oh, that was an interesting draw. So I can go into both of these now, because I should have 2 blinked stairs. Which means I can kind of get rid of these, right? Because I'm going to put 2 blank stairs in the back. Let me just double check though. Top. And top. So I'm going to move these up. I don't think I have any kioskes in here, do I? Did I get rid of a kiosk at some point? No, I didn't. Okay. So, these are free, right? Yep, I'm going to play these in the back. No, not yet. Let's hold on a second. So, 1,000. Okay, so actually going to switch these around a little bit. Yeah, I should be able to step over this, right? So, 500, and it's all of your others, so it's not getting its own effect. And then that doesn't get an effect, so that's going to be stronger than this. This is just going to side attack here, that's going to direct attack here. Okay, so nah. Whew. So, gonna pay these 2. It's a good thing too, because one of them was a climax. That very rarely ever happens, but when it does happen, man, it is glorious. Okay, so now we kind of sort of don't want to get him to level 2, because he's got something that's going to completely destroy me. But we'll see what happens. So, frontal. For 4, a lot of these attacks are going to start going through. If they don't, I'm going to be really surprised, because I've seen him climax cancel at least 3 times, I think. Excuse me, I had something caught in my throat. So we're in a pretty good spot right now. We're going to get a couple of Dead-Eyed Sayakas off. I think all I have are Mermaid Witches. I don't know if I have any Sayaka. I do. So 1 that, 1 Mermaid, that's what we're going to get. Bingo! Got 1. Like I said before, really don't want to get into level 2, but if that happens, then that happens. Kudo-kun, what set do you want to see in Weiss Schwartz? Well, I've said this forever, but I think somehow Bushiroad should get the rights to Ruby, like the web series, and turn that into a Weiss Schwartz set. That would be so good. I would love it. Outside of that, though, I would like to see Soul Eater as a set. I'd like to see Little Witch Academia as a set. I would like to see some more shonen stuff as sets. Like I don't really like One Piece, but I think One Piece would make a really good set. Oh, 1 second. Side 4 for 4, because it's a 0. So my deck's pretty stacked right now. I'm gonna pull off my combo. I really don't have any doubts whatsoever that I'm going to pull this off. A cancel, not a big deal because I don't want him to level up anyways. Okay, direct. As long as we don't see a climax, we're okay. half of me thought for sure that was going to be a climax. For sure. No doubt in my mind. Gosh darn it. Of course it was the cancel, the first one. No. So during my opponent's turn, all my characters are going to get plus 2,000 power, which is pretty nifty, but the main thing they're going to do is next turn I'm going to play I Was Stupid So Stupid, and they're going to become absolutely complete and total monsters. Is the R2-D2 triple rare really the most expensive triple rare? I figured it would be a Darth Vader card, or a Princess Leia card. Then again, I haven't seen the set, so I don't know. I don't even know what those two cards are in. Like, I literally don't know anything about the set. I saw, like, a small spoiler about one of the characters from the new movie, and that's where my knowledge ends. I'm almost out of this delicious watery ice. No, I need more soda. Ooh, what's this? When a card named Ghost Sync's placed near, okay, it's got a climax combo. All good. Not a big dealio. Stepping... Why? Oh, that's why. Okay. All good. There are only final forms. Card gets plus 500 for each of your... Wow! Okay, so 7,000s. When this card becomes reversed in battle, you cannot use Encore till the end of the turn. Wait a second. Okay. I mean, I take it back. Maybe they made Abyssal just way weaker, because that's an awful effect. When this card becomes reversed in battle, you cannot use Encore until the end of the turn. Cannot use Encore. It takes away your ability to Encore at all? Why? Why would you do that? That just seems like such a random way to limit the set. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but okay. Climax combo. Choose one of your opponent's level 0 low card and put it in your opponent's waiting room. Okay. No. Bye, Cube. R2-D2 beats out the Darth Vader by 500 yen. That's about right. I love One Piece so much. At one point I was like, yeah, it's good, but now I'm crazy fanboy over it. Okay, man. Alrighty, Nib. You do you. You do you. Really not that crazy about One Piece. I tried. Okay, so I'm still gonna get my combo off. Like, I'm looking in the back of my head for something that this deck that I'm fighting against can do to stop me from at least getting the change off, and I don't see anything. So I'm gonna get the change off no matter what. Hey, that's pretty good. Any iDubbbz fans in here? I hope so. Hey, they're all my Kyosuke's. Kyosuke's a neat card. Like, when he attacks, you can look at the top card of your deck and check it to see if it's a climax and put it on top or bottom. I like him. He's a good boy. Direct last but not least. 1, 2, 3, 4. Certainly hope it's not west either, but tish. Okay, cancel. And these are very dead. Unbelievably dead cards those are. Drop. Not gonna level up. Don't need these. Get rid of one of these. Ooh. Certainly wish I had more back row stuff, I suppose. Beginning of my draw phase, this can turn into a blank stare. Yeah. Might get another blank stare off of this. Don't know how much good it's gonna do me, but we'll get it. Certainly don't mind having it, that's for sure. Okay, so I suppose it's time to begin. Spiral and Soul, let me check and make sure. Put this card in waiting room, pay 1. Okay. And I also get to draw a card. I almost forgot about that. So, no. Getting hurt in the fight is the first one I want to get. No, and I get to draw one. No. And then this one will become Mermaid Witch. No. Okay, so got ourselves a plus 15,000 plus 25,000 altogether for these, so it's going to be yeah, probably. We'll see, though. We'll see. So, console. For 4. Really wish I could have gone up to level 2, but whew, here we go. 3, and am I gonna get it? 4. So what I might do is if I level him up at this next attack, I might just stop my attacks altogether. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Oh gosh, I just don't know. You have to declare backup after the card is triggered, so I think I'm fine, right? I hope so. Okay, frontal. So if this doesn't cancel, I think I might just not use Kami Joe's attack, but we'll see. I did get the cancel, nice. But he's gonna deck refresh into that one, so I don't think it's gonna matter. Killer Instincts? No, that'd be too random. Personally, if they were going to do a fighting game, I think they would go into something more relevant, either Tekken or Guilty Gear, for sure. Guilty Gear is more likely, I guess you could say, but at the same time, we had, what was it? We had another fighting set. What was it? King of Fighters. Yeah, we had a King of Fighters set, so it is very possible that we could get a another fighting game set. I just don't think it's very likely. Soul Calibur would have been a pretty neat one too. Okay. Well, now that that's done, and I'm done. No. I'm just deathly terrified of that backup. So next turn, he'll level me up, and I'll be level 2, and his backup won't affect me anymore. Because this deck doesn't change into level 3, it only changes into level 2. So I'll be level 2, his backup won't scare me, and I'll be able to go into some really neat stuff. This is going to change into another Fighting While Hurting, another Blank Stare, which is a really good back row card, even if you're not going to use it for its change. If I can get 2 Blank Stares in play, then these will get plus 2,000 during my opponent's turn, which is really nice. This is really nice too because I can rest my magic characters to give it plus 1,000 power. For those who haven't seen the deck yet, this is one of my favorite cards in the game. Like the entire game of Weiss, and trust me, I've seen a lot, because if it gets reversed in battle, then you have to immediately take 1 damage and encore it back. Like, there's no choosing not to do it, which obviously, like, that sounds really bad, but you can also pump it up to 11,500 using your back row, not including the power it gets naturally from your back row, and I really like the idea of it. Like, this card, like, represents me, just kind of going at it and, like, doing these really big, like, risky plays, even though I'm technically killing myself in the process. And, like, it's big, it's an explosion. Either I'm going to die doing this, or you're going to die doing this because you can't handle it. One of those two things is going to happen. I really like that mindset. I am not a slow player by any means. UFS had Soul Cal and Soul Cal 3, 4, and also Tekken. I remember that. I actually have a Lizard Man deck and a Cervantes deck from Soul Calibur. Good times. I never actually got into the game, but I do have decks for it. -1 hand? Okay. I see. During your opponent's turn, this card gets plus 500 for each of their abyssals. Oh no, when this card is played, heal. Okay. You got it, friendo. All your Abyssal Fleet character friends get plus 50. That's really big. So that's 11,000 at the beginning of your attack phase. So it can go up to 12,000, which actually isn't stronger than me, surprisingly. That's interesting. I mean, if he does get stronger than me, then I got this. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody I have this, okay? This is my turn. Okay. So Not getting this wrong, right? 9,500 plus 1,500. So it's going to be 11,000. It's going to be 12,000 at the beginning of his turn. 12,000, 12,000. Boom, baby. And if he powers him up, boom, baby. Regardless of what happens, I just need to level up. I'm so scared. So scared of the backup card. You don't even know, guys. The power doesn't concern me at all, but, like, this, I pulled this off so smooth this game. I was so stacked. And I really don't want to lose this advantage that I gained for myself. Because I'm really proud of myself for getting this field. Was Samurai Showdown really in Ultimate Fighting? Nice. Woo. Oh, it's still relevant. Unbelievable. That caught me off guard. What do you... Wait. Direct. For that big 4. 1, 2, 3, cancel. How many cards does it take to get to the climax cancel of a Modica deck? Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 3. Give me that frontal. Give me that 13,000 frontal, baby. I'm ready for it. $12K? Actually, I think it's 13K. And I'll take that 3 damage. Doesn't really matter what I put in here, but let's put Kamijo in here because... Oh, did I put the wrong card in here? No, I didn't. It's here. It's just invisible for a second. Okay. Oh, are you really going to pay to encore it? Whoa, that's very, very, very interesting. I don't know if I would do that if I were you. It seems like a lot of stock you're going to be paying, because if I reverse it during my next turn, which I plan on doing, it's gonna be dead anyways. You're pretty much giving up 3 stock to make absolutely nothing happen. I mean, but okay. I trust you, dude. I trust you. I believe in you enough to know that that was the right move. Loving L-Sword? Holy cow. Can't believe people actually know what L-Sword even is. It feels so irrelevant nowadays. Did he end his turn already? Okay, I'll wait for the end. So what are we going to do during our next turn? We're pretty darn stacked. We're going to change. And, I mean, from there, pretty much just going to go for game, right? What's he at? I mean, I'm gonna knock some heads around here. Sayaka fighting while Hurden's gonna put in work. I'm not worried about anything, really. I mean, it is kind of scary that when I draw my card, I'm gonna deck refresh, because I haven't been paying attention to where my climaxes are. I think I've still got one in here somewhere, but even that I'm not 100% worried about, to be completely honest. Alright, so we good? Okay, there it is. No. Let's just pay one and get rid of this, right? Where are my blank stares? So this is my favorite variant of Monica. There are lots and lots of different Monica decks, though, which is one of the things I love about the set. Monica is kind of like Persona. You can build like 4 or 5 different viable types of decks for it. This is my favorite, although it's not the most powerful. Honestly, the 2 most powerful decks you could build in Monica right now are green decks focused around the Monica and Homura combos, of course, because the Monica and Homura combos are busted. You can also build a deck around Sayaka and Kyoko called, the Howling Kyoko deck, which, it gets big. You get Kyokos that are like 11,500 during both turns, which is really, really scary. Don't really know what I need anymore. Let's go ahead and get rid of this, I guess. Don't really plan on brainstorming. Useless. Perfect. But I do have this, so hypothetically, if I found a way to discard a card right now, I could go into another. Oh boy, but we're not going to, guys. I'm gonna put this in play. Play this guy, I guess. Like, honestly, who really cares? Who really cares about friggin' Kyosuke? He can go over here. Nobody even likes him. So, this is only during my opponent's turn. I'm going to get the 500 from this, so to go up to 10,000. 12,000 altogether with the bonus. When I play this, it'll be 13,000. And I'm not too worried about anything anymore, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so we're gonna see a backup. We know he has, we know he has the 2,500 backups in his. Okay, there it is. Two bursts of 1K. Wow. Wait a second, 1,500. So is that gonna put you up to 13,000 as well? Okay, so before I put this question in, I'm gonna see. During your opponent's turn, this gets plus 500 for each of your other. So 500, 1,000, 1,500. So with 3, so 11,000. 12,500. So no, it's gonna be stronger. Ignore my stupid comment. Triggers. No. Ah, but the cancels though. Gosh darn it. The friggin' cancels. Direct peak effect. Let's see what this card is. Keep. Yeah, Kioske is surprisingly useful. Like, if you check the top and it's a climax, and you put that at the bottom of your deck, guaranteed climax stop at the end of your deck. It's so good. You can also check and see if it's gonna be a soul or not. 3 cancels. Kill myself. This here, and I'm done. Unfortunate. How long are you going to stream? I didn't think about that. I don't know. At least one more match after this, and then we'll see what happens after that, I guess. It really depends on how many people are interested. Like, I'll do one more match after this, and then if anybody's still interested, maybe I'll do one more after that. So either 1 or 2 more matches, I'd say. Probably another hour and a half to 2 hours. Guess at some point I gotta go get another drink. Gotta get some of that delicious, delicious Coke that's destroying my insides. And I've gotta kill myself over a game of League of Legends. That game destroys my soul little by little every single time I load it up. I don't even know I still play League of Legends, to be completely honest. Okay, CIP, whatever that means. Do I like Diet Coke? No. Diet drinks taste so weird, except for Diet Dr. Pepper, which actually doesn't taste too bad. But no, dude, I am not all about those diet drinks. Like, there's stuff in those diet drinks that'll kill you faster than just the regular drinks. Like, yeah, the regular drinks will give you, like, kidney stones and stuff, and that sucks, but, like, there's some stuff in the diet drinks that'll legit, like, hurt your brain. And, you know, I've taken enough brain damage as it is. I don't really need more. Word, I was turning into MatPat? No, I'm not turning into MatPat because my content's still interesting. Snap. That was a call out. Because we all know MatPat is watching right now, and MatPat totally heard that call out that I just gave him. Booyah, baby. On climax. WO class giving. Okay. 2k1 soul? No, it's what? Okay, I don't really know what's going on, but I'll just let him play through. I really have no idea what he's doing. I can't finish the game next turn because he canceled all 3 of my attacks. So I kind of need these 2 to stay alive. I'm going to need them a little longer than I thought I was. 4. It's going to get this climax back. 31. That's decent. Power. 13k. Well, that's too much for me. Second, I want to double check here real quick. It's 1500, 2500. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gosh darn it. Wasn't expecting to take that one. Okay, so I'm going to go up in a level first. I mean, I'm not totally worried about this, but it's still pretty scary stuff to be level 3 first after having to deal with so many cancels on my opponent's side. I mean, I don't think he can finish me off this turn, so we'll see what happens. Effect. One and 2. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of that Sayaka back row, and this is dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This sure is spooky. Okay, I'll just take that 1. 1. This is a dead card. Okay, so now we have a slight problem. If this stays in the front row, I lose the game, essentially. Not necessarily, because I could do this. That's what I'll do. Never mind. I take it back. I don't have a problem at all. Nothing wrong with me. Ooh. Do I have a mermaid witch in here? I've got another one of these. Nope. Not worth it, baby. Okay, so let's go into the first obvious play. Okay, like obviously we're gonna go into this Sayaka. Okay. Gotta be honest, this is intense. I mean, I guess. After all those climax cancels, man, I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. We'll see, though. We'll see. That's a plus 2,000. Comes reversed, I lose it, so... I need to go for some damage, dude. Like, that's all that needs to happen this turn. I'm going to probably rest this up to make it plus 2,000. I know I keep reading over this to like double check its power, but I need to make sure. 1500, so it's an 11,000 plus its own effect is giving it plus 2,000, so it's a 13,000. I can put you up to, with this effect, you go up to 10,000, 12,000. I can put you up to 13,000 as well, but that's a problem, obviously. You're at 12,000, 12,500. You can go up to 13,500. Haha! That plus 500 is going to be the cincher. You're winning, you're winning. Not worried. Okay. Sayaka hurting is with the plus 500, 10,000, 11,000. Is 9,500, and then is bam. So, I mean, I guess let's just get the big one out of the way. For 3. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, the cancel. No, it doesn't. It doesn't go back into your deck. He's gonna have one more climax than he's supposed to. Gosh darn it. It's too late. It's too late. Just let him have it. Just let him have it. Watch, that one climax that I let him have is going to be the card that, like, completely stops me from winning the game. I'm gonna be so sad. But when your opponent's going fast like this, like, there's not really anything I could have said against it. Like, it would just be too much trouble now. So he's got the backup. This is gonna die, and when it comes reversed, it just goes straight to the memory. There's not much I can do about that. Push comes to shove. I can save fighting while hurting and heal myself one from the clock. So at least my damage range won't be quite as bad. Please be the climax. Okay, you know what? This makes me feel a little bit better. At least, you know. I mean, it should have been in his waiting room, but taking it there as the damage is okay. That's okay with me. Four. Dean, spoopy. I'm gonna deck refresh soon too. Okay, I got it. That's good. That's good at least. Okay, so now things get interesting. He's gonna go up to level 3. If this pushes him up to 3 damage at least, then all I have to do is survive next turn, and I think I win. His next turn will really decide it. Like, his next turn is pretty much the last turn of the game. If he gets it, then he gets it. If he doesn't, then I get it. That's what it's going to come down to. Three should be okay. I can't see why it would get cancelled. Right? Right? Can't see why it would get cancelled. It's impossible. It's not gonna get cancelled. I'm telling you, dude. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen at all. Yes! It actually didn't. Ha! Oh, and this is removed from the game. I don't know why it's still there. Okay. Can he cinch it this turn? I'm gonna check and see. Take the bottom. Are we being real right now? There's only 2 here in my discard pile? Oh my. I think there's 1 here. Oh my. I think I have like 4 climaxes in here still. The moment of truth indeed. If you do not win this turn, I think I have it. I think. Okay? Don't quote me on this, but I think I have it. For that 2 damage. 1. Oh, I didn't do the effect. Oh god. Oh god, I didn't do it. If I don't cancel here. Haha, cancel. Cancel. Why didn't I activate it? Okay, that was scary, but we're gonna do it on this next one if he attacks the Mermaid Witch. We're gonna go. You're gonna go here. Is it removed from the game? Waiting room? Okay, so here, remove, and 1. Cancel. Alright, it's his last attack. It's gonna be 3, so hopefully he triggers into a climax or something. Let me see that +2 soul climax. That +2 soul climax, dude. Let me see it. I need this. 3. It's gonna be close. 1. Cancel. Oh god, I wish I had face cam on now. G freaking G, dude. G. It's not over till the fat lady sings, but I think it's over. We'll see though, okay? I act arrogant now, but wait until it actually happens. I need... To be optimal, I need 3 attacks of 4. Give me the climax, dude. It's gonna be 5 though. It's gonna be 5. That's not what I wanted. It's gonna be 5. But we are going to clock to draw. Oh, he thinks we got this. He doesn't know the half of how much we've got this. We're going to, we're gonna play this guy. So here's the dealio, right? I'm thinking we do this. We have 2, 2. I guess this. Why not? 2, and we boost it all up to 4. This is it. This is the perfect way to finish it. Miracles and magic are real. Because we are going to pull this out, baby. Direct. We're gonna peek. I'm gonna peek and see what this is. Perfect. 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 We're not gonna get anything else. It's just gonna be straight up 4. This is the game-winning attack. That's why, dude. It's the game-winning attack. The game-winning attack. That 4 damage from... Mother brother. I said mother brother, for anybody who's concerned. I said mother brother. Okay, at least it doesn't add anything. For 4... Book. No. No. This can't be happening. Frontal. Frontal. For 4. No. Sayaka wins this. It has to happen. Just let her have this one moment. Didn't you watch the show? She got screwed. 3. Oh, let me have my happy ending. Yes! Yes! It ends. On screen. Hit it. Yes! Miracles and magic, baby. Miracles and magic. Yeah. No, I got it. I got it, bro. Oh god, that was insane, guys. That was absolutely crazy. Ha. There we go. Jesus Christ. You guys have no idea. No idea how crazy I felt during that match. Now here's the question. How many people still want to play a game? Out of curiosity. If there's only like one person who wants to play, then we'll just get it out of the way and then close up for the night. Or if a couple of people still want to play some games, then we'll take another 20-minute break or whatever. Maybe just 5 minutes, just like a 5-minute break for me to go get something to drink and pee, and then I'll come back and we can keep playing. So like everybody who still wants to play, just I don't know, type something in the chat or something so I know. If it's more than one person, then I'll know, I guess. Okay. Okay, looks like we still have three people who want to play. Wow, crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna grab something to drink. I also have to pee. Tulip me. Oh, that is 4 people. Crazy. Okay. So again, I gotta pee, and I gotta get something to drink. Keep yourselves entertained. 5-10 minutes, and we will be right back with part 3.